During this time of pandemic restrictions, there often isn't much to smile about, especially for the elderly. So I'd like to share this story with you because it makes me smile. About a year ago, I preached here in church about a longtime friend of mine named Mary. She's 96 years old and the mother of 10 kids, very Catholic and a lot of fun. She was living in a senior care facility in Bloomington when the whole COVID-19 thing erupted so suddenly. One of her daughters is a nurse and lives directly across the street from her mother's residence. When it became clear that everything was about to go on lockdown, she kidnapped her mom, walked her across the street, and took her into her home so that family could be with her during these difficult days. Shortly thereafter, I was called because it seemed that Mary was soon going to die. The family wished for her to be anointed with the sacrament of the sick, and I went over to the house to do that and to offer communion. My first reaction upon entering was that Mary seemed to be in pretty good shape for a woman her age, spiritually, mentally, and physically. But what do I know about medicine? It was a very good time of prayer together. Now, more than 2 months later, I'm not really very surprised that I've never heard another word about Mary's impending death. I assume she's still at her daughter's place enjoying the company. She'll outlive me. But that story is of little consolation to the very many seniors among us who have in fact been more or less locked up in their residences for weeks now. Most are not nearly as fortunate as Mary. Please hold them in your prayers, or better yet, pick up the phone or send an email or a text. Physical isolation can take a large toll on spiritual health. I and our pastoral care team are not allowed inside most senior residences right now, so it's extra important. And on the other hand, if you or a loved one are in a private residence and desiring that sacrament of anointing, please do let us know. Don't wait until death seems to be imminent. We no longer live in a time when the priest was the guy who raced over at the last moment before the sick person breathed a last breath. Sacraments are for the living, and for those who love them, and for the church. God is very capable of handling things when the end comes. Be well.